Every life is a garden. What grows depends on what we plant. Plant negativity, weeds of fear, doubt, and worry. Plant positivity, flowers of hope, courage, and peace. This is the journey of Ayan, a young man who discovered that by planting positive thoughts, he could live a positive life. His mentor, Sami, told him one night, "Your thoughts are the architects of your reality. Build with care." As a child, Ayan was bright, but his home was filled with worry. His parents often said, "Life is hard. Opportunities are rare." His friends complained, "We'll never escape this life." These words became his beliefs. By his teenage years, Ayan felt small. Every time he dreamed, a voice said, "Not for you." The foundation of his life was built on doubt. By his 20s, Ayan lived in quiet frustration. At work, he avoided responsibility. In relationships, he feared rejection. Inside, he thought, "I'm not enough." Negativity was his prison, though no walls surrounded him. One evening, Sami asked, "Why do you chain yourself with thoughts that don't serve you?" That question shook him deeply. Sami gave Ayan a daily task. For every negative thought, speak a positive one louder. At first, it felt fake. But slowly it became a habit. "I can't do this. I can learn this. I'm unlucky. I create my own opportunities. I failed. I am wiser now." With each thought, his mind shifted from darkness to light. Affirmation break pause. I am capable. I am worthy. My life is filled with positivity. Soon, life tested him. He was asked to lead a small project at work. The old voice whispered, "You'll fail. Say no." The new voice replied, "I will try. I am ready." He accepted. He worked hard. He stumbled, but he succeeded. For the first time, he tasted the truth. Positive thinking creates positive results. Not all went well. A big project failed. He lost money. His colleagues doubted him. Negativity returned. "See? You're a failure." But Ayan caught himself. He said, "Not the end. This is my lesson." He reframed failure as feedback. Instead of quitting, he tried again. Stronger, smarter. Lesson: positive thinking doesn't remove storms, but it helps you dance in the rain. Ayan noticed that his circle influenced him deeply. Old friends only complained. New friends encouraged growth. So he chose differently. He surrounded himself with people who lifted him higher. Soon, positivity became his environment. His energy improved. His confidence grew. Reflection pause. Who in your life feeds your negativity? Who feeds your positivity? Choose wisely. Ayan's mindset began to spread. His colleagues admired his optimism. His family felt his calmness. Even strangers felt uplifted by his words. One day, a young woman asked him, "How do you stay positive in tough times?" He smiled, "Because I know storms pass. But positivity keeps my inner sun shining." Ayan didn't just think positive. He began living positive morning gratitude practice. Speaking kind words to others. Looking for solutions, not problems. Helping others rise. Slowly, his career grew. His relationships flourished. His health improved. Positivity had transformed his entire life. Years later, Ayan became a mentor himself. He traveled, teaching people how thoughts shape life. He told audiences, "I was once trapped in negativity. But I learned that when you change your thoughts, you change your world. Positive thinking always leads to positive living. Thousands of lives changed because of his story. Dear listener, remember, your thoughts are seeds. Plant wisely. Your words are builders. Speak carefully. Your mindset is the compass of your life. Choose positivity. Repeat after me. I choose positive thoughts. I create positive living. My life is full of hope, peace, and endless possibilities. Because when you think positive, you don't just survive. You truly live. Life is not shaped only by circumstances, it is shaped by thoughts. This story is about Arjun, a young man who felt powerless in a world that seemed unfair, until he discovered that a single positive thought can transform an entire life. His grandmother once told him, "Child, your mind is like a garden. If you plant weeds of negativity, your life will be full of problems. But if you plant seeds of positivity, your life will bloom with success." Arjun didn't believe her until life forced him to learn the truth. Arjun's days were filled with complaints. "I can't get a better job. I'm always unlucky. Why should I even try?" Because he thought negatively, he attracted negativity. He worked long hours but got nowhere. His relationships suffered. His health declined. One night, exhausted, he whispered, "Maybe life is against me." But deep inside, a spark waited to awaken. Chapter 2, The Turning Point. 13-20 minutes. One evening, Arjun attended a small seminar. The speaker asked, "Who here believes their life can change if they change their thoughts?" Arjun laughed quietly. But the speaker continued, "You don't attract what you want. You attract what you are. And what you are is shaped by how you think." Those words pierced his heart. For the first time, he wondered, what if my thoughts are the chains holding me back? Arjun started small. He replaced, "I can't," with, "I'll try." He replaced, "I'm unlucky," with, "I'm learning." Replaced, "Nothing changes," with, "Change begins with me." At first, it felt unnatural. But day by day, he noticed shifts. He felt lighter. People treated him differently. New opportunities appeared. It was as if the world was responding to his new frequency. Arjun soon faced a major test. He started a side business. But it failed. The old him would have quit. But this time, he asked himself, "What can I learn? How can I grow?" Instead of falling into despair, he grew stronger. Instead of blaming life, he adjusted his strategy. His friends asked, "Why aren't you upset?" He replied, "Because every failure carries a gift for those who think positively." Months later, Arjun's business took off. He earned respect at work. His family felt his peace. His health improved. But the greatest change was not outside. It was inside. He no longer feared challenges. He welcomed them. He realized positive thinking had not only created change, it had transformed his entire way of living. Arjun began sharing his story with others, encouraging coworkers, supporting friends in pain, teaching children to believe in possibilities. People called him the light. His grandmother's words echoed, "When your garden blooms, others will come to enjoy its beauty too." Dear listener, Arjun's story is your reminder. Positive thinking is not about ignoring problems. It is about facing them with strength. It is not about fantasy. It is about building resilience and vision. It is not about waiting. It is about creating. Every day, you hold the power to choose your thoughts. So ask yourself, will I let negativity control me? Or will I plant seeds of positivity and watch my life bloom? Repeat after me. I choose positive thoughts. I choose positive actions. I choose positive change. Because when you think positive, you don't just transform your mind. You transform your life. Every sunrise brings a chance to start fresh. But what kind of tomorrow we build depends on one simple thing: our thoughts today. This is the story of Karan, a young man trapped in self-doubt, who discovered that positive thinking isn't just about today. It's about creating a brighter tomorrow. Karan lived with regrets. He thought about past mistakes. He replayed failures in his mind. He told himself, "I'll never do better." Because his mind was stuck in yesterday, his tomorrow looked no different. One evening, his father told him, "Son, you can't build a better future if you keep dragging yesterday's ruins into it." Karan began to wonder, what if I choose new thoughts today? He replaced, "I can't succeed. I will keep trying until I succeed. Life is unfair. Life gives lessons, not punishments. My tomorrow will be the same. I can build a better tomorrow with my choices today." It felt small, but powerful. Slowly, his energy shifted at work. Instead of complaining about problems, Karan started suggesting solutions. At home, instead of replaying regrets, he began journaling gratitude. With every positive thought, he laid one more brick for his better tomorrow. Then came challenges. His project failed. Friends doubted him. Bills grew heavier. For a moment, he thought, maybe I was wrong. Maybe tomorrow won't change. But he remembered his father's words. Storms don't last forever. Tomorrow is built by those who refuse to give up today. Instead of sinking, Karan chose resilience. Months later, Karan noticed changes. He earned respect at work. His health improved with positive routines. People around him admired his optimism. It wasn't luck. It was the daily practice of positive thinking shaping his actions. Karan began sharing his journey. He told others, "Your tomorrow is not written yet. But it will be written by the thoughts you choose today." The friends, co-workers, even strangers felt inspired. His positivity became a seed that planted hope in others. Later, Karan stood on a stage as a motivational speaker. He looked back at the boy, who once believed tomorrow would never change. Now he was proof that positive thinking doesn't just change days, it changes destinies. Dear listener, remember this: every thought is a brick. Every positive thought builds your tomorrow stronger. Every negative thought tears it down. Take a breath and say, "I choose positive thoughts. I choose growth. I choose to build a better tomorrow." Because your tomorrow doesn't start tomorrow. It starts now, with the way you think today. Destiny isn't written in the stars. It's written in your mind. One thought can change your path. One belief can rewrite your story. This is the journey of Ravi, a young man who discovered that his destiny was not decided by his struggles, but by the way he thought about them. Ravi lived with fear. He believed success was for others, not him. He thought, I was born poor, so I will die poor. He convinced himself, my future is fixed. Because he thought this way, he never tried new things. His destiny felt like a cage. One evening, Ravi met an old teacher who told him, your future is not locked, your thoughts are the key. Think small, live small. Think big. Live big. These words shook Ravi. For the first time, he realized maybe his destiny wasn't fixed. Maybe it was waiting for him to change. Ravi began with small affirmations. I am capable. I can grow. My destiny is in my hands. At first, his mind resisted. But slowly, these seeds began to grow. He felt braver, more confident, more willing to act. When Ravi started his first small business, he failed. The old voices screamed, see. You were never meant to succeed. But this time, Ravi reframed, this failure is not my destiny. It's a lesson preparing me for it. That shift gave him strength to try again. With each challenge, Ravi grew stronger. He turned rejections into redirections. He turned mistakes into mastery. He turned fear into fuel. People around him were amazed. He seemed unstoppable, not because life was easy, but because he chose positive thinking at every step. Years later, Ravi built a thriving company. He supported his family, created jobs, and mentored youth. When asked how he did it, he replied, I stopped letting negativity write my story. I picked up the pen and wrote it with positivity. Ravi became more than successful. He became an example. His life showed others that destiny is not a fixed path, but a road you shape with your thoughts. Dear listener, your destiny is not behind you. It's ahead of you, waiting. But it won't be unlocked by fear. It won't be shaped by doubt. It will only be created when you think positively. Repeat after me. My destiny is mine to shape. I choose positive thoughts. I create a brighter future. Because in the end, your destiny is not decided by chance. It is designed by choice. The choice to think positive. Every struggle we face feels heavy. But hidden inside each struggle is a gift, strength. The key to finding it. Positive thinking. This is the journey of Arjun. A man who turned life's hardest battles into stepping stones through the power of his mindset. Arjun grew up in poverty. His family struggled for food. His clothes were torn. People mocked his dreams. Negativity surrounded him, and for years he thought, I am cursed. Life is unfair. One day, his grandmother told him, child, struggles are not chains. They are weights. And when you lift them, you grow stronger. Those words planted a seed. Could his struggles be building him instead of breaking him? Arjun began telling himself, my pain is my training. My struggles are shaping me. I am stronger than I know. Slowly, he stopped seeing himself as a victim. He started seeing himself as a fight. Arjun worked tirelessly to get into college. He failed his entrance exam. The old voice said, see, you're not good enough. But his new belief said, this failure is my teacher. I will come back stronger. He studied harder, learned from mistakes, and the second time, he passed. Every challenge became fuel. When mocked, he learned resilience. When rejected, he built persistence. When defeated, He built discipline. Through positivity, his struggles became his strength. Training. Years later, Arjun became a successful entrepreneur. Reporters asked, "How did you overcome so much hardship?" He smiled and said, "My struggles were my greatest teachers. Positive thinking turned them into my strength." Dear listener, your struggles are not your prison. They are your gym. Every problem you face is shaping you into someone stronger. But only if you choose the right thoughts. Repeat after me. My struggles are my training. I grow stronger every day. My strength is born from positivity. Because in the end, positive thinking doesn't remove struggles. It transforms them into strength. Every great invention, every breakthrough, every success began as a dream. But dreams remain fantasies until one thing happens. Positive thinking fuels them into action. This is the story of Imran, a young dreamer who discovered how his mindset could turn imagination into achievement. Imran was fascinated by airplanes. He dreamed of becoming an aeronautical engineer. But people around him laughed. "Boys like you don't become engineers. Dream smaller. Life is about survival, not ambition." For years, he almost believed them. His dreams felt too big for his small town. One evening, a retired teacher told him, "Every dream is possible, if your thoughts are aligned with it. Doubt kills dreams. Positivity feeds them." Those words stuck. Imran decided he would no longer kill his own dream with negative thoughts. Instead of saying, "I can't afford this," he thought, "I will find a way." Instead of, "It's too hard," he told himself, "Every step forward counts." Instead of listening to doubt, he trained his mind to repeat, "My dream is possible." That small mental shift became the foundation of his journey. He struggled financially. He worked small jobs, studied at night, and often went without meals. Negativity whispered, "Give up." But his positive mindset said, "This sacrifice is part of my dream coming true." His persistence carried him through. He won a scholarship. He built his first small project with scrap materials. Each achievement, no matter how small, reinforced his belief, "Yes, my dream is possible." The more he believed, the more opportunities opened. Years later, Imran graduated as an aeronautical engineer. He looked back and realized, it wasn't just hard work. It was the power of positive thinking that kept my dream alive when everything else tried to kill it. He turned his impossible dream into reality. Dear listener, your dreams are not foolish. They are seeds of greatness. But they can only grow in the soil of positive thinking. Repeat after me. My dreams are valid. My dreams are possible. My positive thinking will make them real. Because in the end, dreams are not realized by luck. They are powered by positivity. Life places mountains in our path. Some people see them as barriers. Others see them as opportunities to climb higher. The difference is not in the mountain. It's in the mind. This is the story of Lila, who used positive thinking to overcome obstacles that once seemed impossible. Lila grew up in a poor neighborhood. Her father lost his job. She worked odd hours to support her family. Her dream of becoming a doctor felt impossible. Negativity whispered daily, "Why even try? The obstacles are too big." One day, Her teacher told her, "The size of the obstacle is never greater than the size of your belief. Think positive, and you will see a path where others see a wall." Those words ignited something inside her. Lila began a new habit, writing positive affirmations. "I am capable. Obstacles make me stronger. My dream is possible." Her thoughts didn't erase her problems, but they gave her the energy to face them. When her exam results came back lower than expected, she wanted to give up. Negativity said, "See, you're not cut out for this." But positivity replied, "This is not the end. This is my chance to learn and rise." She worked harder and retook the test, this time with success. Layla realized something powerful. Every failure gave her resilience. Every rejection gave her direction. Every obstacle gave her strength. Her positivity didn't remove obstacles. It gave her wings to rise above them. Years later, Layla graduated as a doctor. When people asked how she overcame such hardship, she said, "Obstacles never stopped me. Negative thoughts almost did. Positive thinking kept me moving, when everything else tried to hold me back." Dear listener, life will test you. It will place obstacles in your path, but remember this: the obstacle is not your enemy. Negative thinking is. Positive thinking is your greatest strength. Repeat after me. No obstacle can stop me. My positivity is my power. My strength grows with every challenge. Because in the end, positive thinking doesn't make life easy. It makes you unstoppable.